First off, let me get this out the way. How you like the hoodie? Yeah. If you've already seen that one, then don't say shit about it. But actually, if you have anything good to say about it, let me know. But if you haven't seen it before, let me know how you feel about it. So, secondly, so let's get to the meat and taters of this video. So, y'all know about Bobbi Althoff, right? I think that's how you say her name, Althoff. Anyway, y'all know about her, right? She was like the person that like got famous super quickly because like she had a YouTube channel where she was like she had a podcast YouTube channel that had a podcast where she like interviewed people or interviewed famous people. I think like for her first video for her first interview was like Drake or something. People were saying that she was like a plant, like an industry plant. Probably is. I'm like I kind of agree with that that theory. Um anyway, yeah. This chick. If you don't remember, here let me refresh your memory. This chick.
Didn't like that very much.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds a little like.
But my other alternative name was Larry, Lari.
Yeah, they interviewed Drake. So obviously, well, I mean, anything having to do with Drake didn't age well. But they're not like it. But so we're gonna talk about Bobbi Althoff, and not just about her, but more specifically how Bobbi Althoff lost her entire audience in 1 year. And as obviously this video is by the YouTube channel JAMARI. As always, link to JAMARI's channel and his video will both be in the description below, so be sure to check him out. And yeah, let's get to it. Oh wait, before we get to it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't say that enough at the beginning of my videos. So like, you know what I'm saying? Your boy's trying to like get up there in subscribers. I at least want to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Like, come on, bro. Anyway, let's get it.
Quite a long time since we last checked in on Bobbi Althoff. Around a year and a half ago, I actually declared her the biggest industry plant I had ever witnessed hit the podcast scene.
Yep. Hi guys, welcome to the Really Good Podcast with your host Bobbi Althoff.
Basically, this woman came out of nowhere and had some huge guests like Drake, Mark Cuban, and other celebrities on her show that she dubbed the Really Good Podcast.
I think my mom named me after a lawyer, which always kind of like rubbed me the wrong way.
Within a week of the Drake interview, Bobbi was being represented by one of the top talent agencies and getting mainstream publicity. For this reason, people began to call her an industry plant because the only content that she had made online before this was essentially a spoof of mommy blogger TikTok content, where she did garner millions of followers, mainly moms all around the country who liked her sarcastic brand of humor.
There is nothing more embarrassing than walking around with one of these. Everyone knows how it got there. They know what you did.
She claims that she parlayed this TikTok career into another career in podcasting after she offered her followers $300 if they could get a celebrity to come onto her podcast.
It was like a finder's fee, right? You said
Wait. You offered your followers $300. Just $300. Just $300 to get a celebrity on your podcast. I mean, you do you, boo-boo.
Celebrity, yeah. I will pay you $300.
Yeah.
She says that this offer led to the episode with Funny Marco, which would in turn lead to her being in bed with Drake. You can picture her to be like the slightly more successful Hawk Tuah girl. To me, their careers actually draw a lot of parallels to each other, but one had to tell the world her methods for sucking dudes off before she...
And with their both dirty blonde hair.
She got thrown into the belly of the industry matrix. You know, they both had that type of lightning in a bottle rise to fame that left onlookers saying, damn, this world is getting really f***ed up. But to be fair to Bobbi, she does seem a lot more intelligent than Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Say it aggressive. Like Hawk Tuah.
Whatever happened to that chick, by the way?
Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess she's still asleep.
She got busted with her crypto scam. Hey yo, if you didn't know, like CoffeeZilla, aka Voidzilla, like he caught her doing, you know, a rug pull. She made a crypto coin. She had other people with her that I think are the ones that influenced her to do this, and like she made a fucking crypto coin, and then she did a rug pull. was a crypto scam, and now she's in hiding.
And with Bobbi having such an astronomical rise to fame in such a short period of time, and the fact that most people felt like she was directly biting her entire deadpan comedic style.
And if you haven't seen that video, I'll try to remember to link it in the comments below.
From Funny Marco himself, she started to get a lot of ridicule online. I don't think it helped that she missed her son's birthday party to be there in bed with Drake that day.
You know?
I flew all the
Why
way
a
here
bed?
You did. I really do appreciate
on my
that.
daughter's first birthday.
Oh my God. Hold up. Hold up. Your daughter's very first birthday. You're lucky most kids can't remember past a certain age. Because if you, so the chances of your daughter remembering that you weren't there for her first birthday, I mean, she might find this video. Somebody might send it to her. Be like, hey, mom, hey, your mom didn't love you. She was in bed with Drake during your first birthday. Your mom didn't love you. Fuck you. Damn. And kids these days are bullies, bruh. Ooh. They're worse than like when I was in. Anyway.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
You missed your daughter's first birthday for
To be here.
Dark. Dark. Regret that you'll never be able to undo.
Yeah.
Horrible parenting.
Something people thought was a joke at first, as it was her brand to be dry and sarcastic, but now it's been revealed that she was being totally serious. The other thing was, when she was doing these interviews, she would constantly be making passes at these men, asking them if they would sleep with her, or if she was their type.
Am I your type?
I'd do it.
Thank you. Would you date someone that looks like me?
Something that is not only strange to do as an interviewer, but also it got even more wild when people found out that she was still married. Strangely enough, the dude would actually file for divorce the very same month the Drake podcast came out. Strangely,
the very same month Drake podcast. Oh, anyway, Bobbi Althoff had, as most of you know, as most of you have heard, Corey and her have filed for divorce. As sad as I am right now, I am so thankful for the time I got to be his wife. So our girls are so lucky to have him as a father, and I am so lucky to be able to co-parent with such an incredible father in person. While our relationship did not work out as husband and wife, he will always be friends, and we will always be friends, and I will always love him. For a man to go. My Bobbi Althoff, I'm guessing.
Enough, the dude would actually file for divorce the very same month the Drake podcast came out, which led to quite a bit of speculation online.
I'd do it.
One thing I will say is that she was way ahead of her time when it came to the Drake mistreatment, deleting their interview right after it started going viral, and hating at his concert.
What? Bro, she's just bored.
But after a while, the sarcastic, too cool to care bit really got old, and she even got put in her place by rapper Offset, who let her know that she wasn't all that.
You wanted to be on my podcast.
Why you keep saying that cap ass shit, man? I honestly didn't even want to do this shit. I don't fucking do interviews. You heard, you already told me you looked me up. I'm walking out on bullshit. I'm fucking with you because they're making me.
As a matter of fact, he cooked the hell out of her.
You need a little bit of seasoning. You ain't got no seasoning, man. You like a plain piece of chicken, just on the thing, you put it off, and then you serve the dish. You need some motherfucking seasoning, man.
You can leave now.
This is my hotel. I paid for this motherfucker. You can leave now.
God damn.
And then she changed up her whole look, and she went on a show with Kiki
God damn. Hey, yo, can we run that back one time for the one time? Bro, hold up. Run that back one time for the one time.
My hotel. I paid for it. Need some motherfucking seasoning, man.
You can leave now.
This is my hotel. I paid for this motherfucker. You can leave now.
And then her crew disrespected her by zooming in on her reaction to that. And her reaction is just sit there and be like, fuck. Okay. Bro, that's good. That's too good.
And then she changed up her whole look, and she went on a show with Keke Palmer, and right there she got accused of being an industry plant right to her face.
I know.
You're not an industry plant, right?
I am, but...
You do feel kind of planty. We do have the same manager, so is this
I know,
planted?
isn't that crazy?
Feels a bit planty.
This is definitely planty.
You got here in 5 minutes. It took me 20 years.
Hey, it has been a minute.
What I think industry plant is, it's like somebody that has been like, that is tied to someone else in the industry and uses those connections to capitalize, and they like have zero talent.
I'm not on anything. I don't have any talents.
They have zero talent. Let her know. She said, "Hey, you ain't shit. You got zero talent." If that was after the if that was after the other guy, the takeoff. No, bro, I don't remember names. I'm bad with names. If that was after the other guy, then that definitely played an influence in her decision to go hard like that in the interview.
And then people started to say that she was trying to manufacture moments. She had Ryan Garcia chasing her around the room like they were on the playground. He would later tweet out that they had this intimate situation after that was recorded, and she continued with this reputation that she was kind of being bounced around the industry.
You got some close-up?
I like to read people's messages, not get room tours.
Let me read your messages.
No. I don't like
I'll let you read one message if you let me read one message.
Of course you
I
do.
delete all of my messages.
She's definitely a cheater.
I do. You don't? You keep your messages?
I delete my messages?
Yeah, you keep yours?
People that delete their messages are cheaters. I'm not a liar or a cheater. I hate liars.
And I feel like relevancy-wise, she kind of just came and went. And honestly, Hawk Tuah kind of...
Also, I didn't know Tyga had a stream. Does he have a stream? Hold on.
took her spot online.
That is not him.
Bitch, give me time. How do I put this pain into words? Like a bullet from a gun, it burns.
Oh, it is him. Oh shit. Hey yo, he's looking at the thing, the video of him and Bobbi. I'm gonna watch this later. But oh wait, hold on. Anyway, let me get back to what we were doing. Oh wait.
Online. Nowadays, Bobbi's channel and TikTok are mainly inactive, and the last couple of podcasts only garnered a small percentage of what she was averaging only a year ago. And I actually put myself through absolute agony by watching over an hour of Bobbi being interviewed by Forbes and Wired magazine. Bobbi Althoff, the deadpan podcast host America can't get enough of. Wow, a whopping 10k views. America just can't get enough. Obviously, her publicist got her this opportunity, as a lot of celebrities.
It looks like Americans got enough. And are just like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were a kid and you didn't like vegetables, and you would finish the rest of your main dish, and then you would push like the vegetables to the side. Like I don't want that shit. That's Bobbi.
And online talent alike do this type of thing so they can still try and seem relevant to their sponsors and other people kind of pouring money into their careers. And before we get into all the out of touch things, she said,
why does it feel like she has Botox?
Online talent alike do this type of thing so they can still try.
I don't know, for some reason it looks like up here in the forehead, maybe in the cheeks and the lip. I feel like she's got Botox, bro.
Try and seem relevant to their sponsors and other people.
Let me know what you think in the comments below.
people kind of pouring money into their careers. And before we get into all the out of touch things she said during these interviews, I did want to tell you guys about today's video sponsor. Some of you already know my coworkers Lola and Delilah, who frequently make cameos in the back of my videos. Both were actually rescued off the streets of San Antonio and Eagle Pass before I adopted them. Needless to say, these dogs are family to me, and part of them being my family means feeding them right. But Lola has food allergies that have led to expensive vet bills, and Delilah has had some issues with her weight in the past. But with the sponsor of today's video, Sundays for Dogs, I can rest assured that they are being fed quality ingredients that they actually enjoy. Usually healthy dog feeding habits require a lot of time, money, and preparation, but Sundays is actually an air-dried, human-grade dog food with a beef jerky texture. Meaning not only is it easy to serve, but also easy to store, unlike other fresh dog foods. I really just throw it in the bowl and my dogs love it every single time. I mean, just look at them. Now Lola isn't itching and Delilah's weight is in check. In fact, the vet just said that she had obtained the ideal body for y'all's information. And
congrats. All right, let's get back to it.
JAMARI when checking out on Sundays for Dogs today. Now in these interviews, I actually did learn a lot about Bobbi.
Yo, hopefully the Sundays for Dogs people don't do the same thing to that the Honey app does to its to the people who promote that. Did you hear about that scam? The Honey app scam? That shit was crazy, bro.
For the good and the bad. And after listening to her, her come up story actually doesn't sound that outrageous to me.
For a few years before, I was on TikTok just doing brand deals posting.
But she is honestly just not very likable. Coming up, she claims that she was posting 5 to 10 TikToks per day for years, where she routinely raked in millions of views, followers, and hundreds of thousands of dollars per year.
But my goal for the first year of once I started getting views and getting followers was that every single day I had to have one video that I posted that got 1 million views. So I would keep trying and trying and trying.
Now using the Wayback Machine, I can see that her numbers do pretty much align with her story, but I do still think that after the Drake podcast, they really tried to make her this big thing, and it just kind of burnt out and then fell flat on its face for the same reason that industry plants in the music sector never stay hot, because the fans they garner are so incredibly generic and fickle that they would just move on to the next trend like nothing. And one thing I did—
Yo, I heard about Ice Spice falling lately. Damn. This is funny. I mean, it was obviously gonna happen. Like that her type of music wasn't. I didn't even listen to her music, but I knew her type of music wasn't gonna last.
Did find very interesting in these interviews was the insistence that she has always been driven by wanting to be famous.
I've always wanted to act or have some type of leg in Hollywood, kind of. So I felt, my family always says that if anybody in our family was gonna end up where I ended up, it would be me, because I was the most driven towards that.
And even more by wanting to be rich.
How'd you become an influencer or creator?
Just wanting to make money.
She even says that the only reason she did podcasting and TikTok in the first place was because she saw how much money other people made doing it and got motivated.
Mentally decided that she made like at least $300 a year on her podcast alone, and I was like, that's what I need to do next. Like, I need a podcast.
And for someone who loves money so much, she seems incredibly lazy about her job. Multiple times she brags about the fact that she goes into her podcast doing little to zero research on her guest that day.
And what is your interviewing technique?
Just no research, show up, and ask questions. I was researching how he interviews people, and I was like, oh God, this is—
You gotta have research, right? I mean, otherwise, what are you gonna know to talk about with them? Like, your questions would be so much better. Yeah, you can have questions, like general questions, but you can have questions that are more specified for the person you're interviewing if you did some research on them. That way, every episode would be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, every episode would be doing good. Like, take Narwhal, for example. If you don't know who Narwhal is, hold on. Let me show you. That was his name. Yep. Oh, Nardwar. I said Narwhal. All right. Yeah. Watch this.
Is your mom half?
Look at his questions.
Is your mom half Canadian?
Yeah, her. What the fuck? How do you know this shit? Yeah, my mom's mixed. Oh shit. What the fuck? You with the feds, nigga? Motherfucking chain.
A chain. And I was thinking, Mr. Ferg, chains. You make the chains.
Oh, how did he know that? That was so long ago.
Yeah, so he even knows, like, he knows his whole crew. He knows everybody, bro, and everything about, like, he does his fucking research, and that's why his interviews are so damn cool. Like, he's still fucking going. This was 4 years ago, 570K views, 142,000 subscribers. I don't know how much fucking Althoff. 1.49 million. Okay, damn, good shit. But obviously, she fell off hard, way hard, extremely hard. Nardwuar is. Oh wait. This isn't even Nardwuar's channel. This is Fire Films. Wait, where's Nardwuar? Nardwuar. I keep calling him Narwhal or Nardwuar. 3.65 million subscribers. Bobbi Althoff. What was it again? I think it's this one. I don't fucking know. Let's double check. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, there we go. 1.49 million subscribers, 124 videos. 3.65 million subscribers on Nardwuar. Holy shit. It's because he makes his interviews much more interesting. I know I took way too long to show that. But it's because we now know why. It's because his interviews are so much more interesting because he actually does research on whoever he's interviewing. So not doing research on your whoever you're interviewing is just significantly stagnating your career, and that's why you're shit right now.
This is a lot of work. Let me just go in there and know nothing. It's a lot of work. It's so much work.
And keep in mind, she's doing this in the face.
And then women want to be complaining about pay gaps, gender pay gaps. Bitch, put in the work, you'll get the results. The same results. Put in the same work as the men, you'll get the same results as the men. If you even want to work the same dirty, nasty jobs that most women would not want to work, if you even want to work that, you'll get the same pay as men. You'll be like, what pay gap? I make the same shit. What are you talking about? And if you worked as long as them without taking days off or leaving early, whatever your schedule or manager is providing you with, if you don't take that, if you have the opportunity to work 6 days, 12-hour shifts, and you don't take that, you can't complain about a fucking a fucking pay gap. That's your fault. Shut the fuck up.
Of two career journalists who do not look very amused.
Is the notebook just for show? Because you kind of have it open and then paper on top of it.
This is just my method.
It's okay.
This is my method. I'm a journalist, so I have my method.
I was making around like 250 to 300 a year.
1,000.
Yeah.
From brand
deals on TikTok. Wow. And 250 is great and all, but it's hard to come up with content with just me every day.
$250,000 a year as an annual income is great and all.
Yeah.
It is great.
It is great.
Yeah, she's out here making $300,000 per year. Sound like a minimum wage job at Sonic, which I don't think is a winning strategy for gaining public favor. To me, above all else, it really just seems like there's really no passion in anything Bobbi does. And it's all strictly for the money or the clout, which in some fields can definitely work, but not in the entertainment industry.
I hope that I go from D-list to A-list. That's my goal in 10 years.
From D-list to A-list.
Yes.
She still insists over and over, though, that she would be fine going back to a job at Jersey Mike's.
At the end of the day, if I had to go back and work at Jersey Mike's again to support myself, I'll make your sandwich for you.
Yeah, I'm calling absolute bullshit on that, okay? She wasn't even cool with
She definitely had Botox in that video. Like, look at her upper lip.
At Jersey Mike's.
At the end of the day, if I had to go back and work at Jersey Mike's again to support myself, I'll make your sandwich for you.
Yeah, I'm
Nah, bro, her upper lip's got some Botox and that shit.
Calling absolute bullshit on that, okay? She wasn't even cool with 300,000.
It doesn't look like it has it there.
And during these interviews, both of the interviewers indirectly question her rise to fame and make allusions to the idea that someone in the background pulls a lot of strings for her.
What do you think is your appeal? Why do you think you became a thing?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that? Well, early on, I was like, is that a joke? Like, what is an industry plant? You guys,
Right.
and I would just play into it because I was like, there's no way people actually think that. But then I realized, like, what people actually
People
think
actually,
that.
no, I
Which-
did my reading. They actually
Yeah, they really do. And I think that it makes sense, like, from an outside looking in perspective.
What did she say? She did her reading?
did my reading. They actually
play into it because I was like, there's no way people actually think that. But then I realized, like, what people actually
people
think that.
actually, no, I
Which-
did my reading. They actually
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, she did her reading. She studied. She did her homework to make sure that this was a good interview. You know, that's what interviewers do. They do their homework so that they can do their best at doing an interview. So again, when Bobbi says she doesn't do her, and she doesn't do any research on whoever she's interviewing, that shit is trash, bro.
And I think that it makes sense, like, from an outside looking in perspective, I can see why they would think that.
Basically, it seems like nobody's buying her story, and at one point she even cries over the hate that she receives online.
Sometimes it's just constructive criticism. It can be a little mean, but yeah, it doesn't bother me too much.
Other than that, when it comes to Bobbi, there were these
You probably should have chose a female interviewer to have that conversation with.
pictures of men carrying her out of the club. Someone put together that she was allegedly dating this NFL player based on one of her posts, and then she got totally embarrassed when this dude did not want to claim her like that, denying the allegations on Twitter after they caught his ass in 4K. I mean, truly, there's nothing much worse than when you think you were in a full-blown relationship with someone, and it turns out they were hiding your ass the whole time or really don't want anything to do with you like that publicly. And so now she's been on TikTok crying.
Just like hard to imagine.
Bro, straight up say, hey, bro, nah, that ain't me. He disowned her ass so bad.
Finding someone who is truly good for you. It's hard to imagine there's a world where there's like someone who's actually meant for you.
I mean, talk about a turn of events. She was online talking about it's time for her hoe phase.
So what you doing for these 2 years? You gonna be a hoe?
I have to do a hoe.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
I don't know, you said you married young and you have your 2 kids already and you're divorced. Isn't that what divorced people do after that?
Just sleep around and have fun.
And now she's recording herself tearing up on camera.
And I got lonely.
That's nasty, bro. Hey, yo. 2025, we done fucking with divorced women.
Met a guy around Thanksgiving.
If you were able to make all the mistakes you made, like going through the men and or women that you already failed with just to get to the final boss, and then be like, yeah, this is the person I want to marry him or whatever, and then you still fail at making that work too, you have a fear of commitment. You don't like to you don't like to try. You don't like to work for something to work. You know what I'm saying? You don't like to put in any type of elbow grease in any type of situation. You don't like to. You lazy as fuck. You make terrible decisions. All right, stay over there, bitch.
And I think things moved really fast. I don't know. I thought it was fucking fate. Clearly it wasn't. It was really sweet. It raised the bar for me, which sometimes sucks because then it's like, fuck. I didn't want the bar to be raised at all. Dating is just hard, you guys. Like,
I'm here to tell you right now.
We don't care.
Don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
I don't know, I always just think it's an interesting case study to see how quickly these individuals fall out of favor with the public. For her and the Hawk Tuah girl, it was like trying to live in a house with no foundation, like that bitch is up on stilts. All it really takes is a little adversity to knock that shit down. And listen guys, I truly think Drake owes this chick a room in his compound. Like, if he had not laid up with her in bed and put her on the map, this all likely would have never happened. Maybe Kendrick wouldn't even have dissed his ass. Maybe he was at home on his laptop and this is what sent him over the edge. He knew at this moment that Drake was not like him. In all seriousness though, Bobbi seems alright, but as far as her maintaining a career online, I just don't really see the longevity here, given her motivations are all wrapped up in clout, material possessions, and greed. Not to even mention the fact that it seems like she couldn't really give a damn about her podcast or producing it in a better way. But I want to know what you guys think about this latest Bobbi Althoff update down below. I also want to thank Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring today's video once again.
Shout out to JAMARI. Shout out to Sunday's Dogs, I believe. And yeah, let me know what you think about this video. You know what I'm saying? Because man, her sudden growth, it definitely felt industry planty. Like I understood what people meant when they said that she was an industry plant. It definitely felt planty. But she does have some type of history. However, that could have also been part of the industry plant history. Like they first they acquire you, however that happened, and then they just be like, all right, so here's what I want you to do. You're gonna blah 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 blah, and then that person slowly starts making like TikTok videos or some other type of something media content, and after the industry is like, all right, it's been on long enough, they're like, all right, let's put him with this person. Let's put him with Drake or someone famous. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. As always, link to JAMARI's channel, link to his video will both be in the description below. Be sure to check him out. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And well, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Much love to you.